Last episode, right? We talked about the Sha'Carri Richardson situation in which she didn't do what she was supposed to do, or we expected her to do at the Prefontaine Classic. But during that episode, right? Like the comments. In the comments, I was reading it, and I seen a lot of comments. Thank you for engaging, and I hope you engage in this one because I want to know your opinions, yo. So I'm looking at the comments, and I'm thinking, and I'm reading it, and I had to think about it. Like, yo, were you being too tough on her? Are we being too tough on Sha'Carri Richardson? Are we? So I had to dive deep and think about it and be like, yo, you know what? Maybe not being too tough, but it's like she still has to remain humble. But then it's like sometimes people don't understand that. No matter if somebody who isn't humble or somebody who is humble, somebody good or bad, the only thing in this world that is actually randomly true, humbling, can come from anybody. You can tell, anybody can tell you to be humble, and they can dead ass mean it. Or they dead ass mean it. So with that being said though, I had to think, like, yo, if I was in that situation, because we could talk about, yo, if I was in that situation, what I would do and what I wouldn't do, blah, 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 until you in that situation, right? So it's like, with that being said, it's like the way Sha'Carri reacted post race interview, and people like she was moving arrogant and she was doing this and that. And it's like, yeah, but then it's like you got to think about, like, maybe in that situation, you going off adrenaline, you just finished the race, so you like, yeah, emotions is up, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what's going on. So of course you're going to react a certain type of way. Cool, we get it. So it's like, I had to think about it. But then, I had to think about it again. Because now, today, it's on headlines everywhere. Sha'Carri Richardson. Oh, I'm not actually. Let's do a what's the word? Segue. Last episode too, I mentioned a few other athletes, and I mentioned one in particular. Who was that I mentioned? Allyson Felix, the most decorated Olympian ever. What does that mean? That means she has the most Olympic medals. Oh, the most decorated U.S. Olympian ever. Correction. That means she has the most medals, period. So she has more medals than basketball players. Yeah. She has more medals than fucking swimmers. All right? You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's all gold or whatever, but she just has more fucking Olympic medals. Sorry to say the F word so much, but yeah. Allyson Felix. And I mentioned her in the last one and said that, yo, people still used to hate on her. Right? And then, bam! The woman that, or the girl that we all championing and we tell her, like, yo, we support you, but you got to hold it down. She comes out and does what? She comes out and throws shade or basically disses Allyson Felix after Allyson Felix was on like the Jimmy Kimmel show or some ish like that. And basically told and was saying like, yo, Sha'Carri has a lot on her plate, so she has to she has a lot on her plate and she's gonna get it. Like, she has time. It's not done yet. Like, she still has time to learn and shit like that, right? And then Sha'Carri goes to her story and says, oh, something on advice on TV or something on TV is like saying nothing, some bullshit. Y'all know what it is. Y'all, it's all over. Go on Twitter. Go on what you call it. Blah, blah, blah. It's all there. But then it's like, so she throws shade at Allyson Felix, the U.S. Olympian, that it's like, you need her on your side. You need her on your side, shorty. You need her. Like, if anything, she could show you a thing or two about Olympics. She could show you a thing or two about track and field. She could show you a thing or two about engaging or showing people a female sport or bringing attention to a female sport, because she is responsible for a lot of that as well too. Because yeah, Sha'Carri right now is responsible for bringing so much attention to female track. Like, don't take that away from that woman. You know what I mean? But Allyson Felix has been doing that for years. And then now for her to kind of like shade Allyson Felix, it's like, yo, that's kind of sucky. That's kind of sucky, because it's like, damn, shorty, you ain't have to say nothing at all. Even if you wasn't feeling what she was saying, because it's like, again, let's be equal. Because this is a space where we got to be equal. We're not choosing sides. Because maybe she probably didn't like Allyson Felix vibe in real life. And she probably was like, I'm not going to be faking blase, and hide it. But at the same time, it's like, you couldn't have said nothing at all. Like, you're a fucking role model, shorty. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? And then even going deeper, though, because it's like everybody before made this shit emotional, right? Like I said, y'all making this shit emotional. So it's like, all right, let's get emotional. Yo, shorty, what's up with your temperament, shorty? You can't just go off emotion all the time. Since people want to make it emotional, let's make it emotional. You can't do that all the time. You can't just go be liking tweets. Like right now, it's another thing where she liked to tweet and they calling her xenophobe or whatever. I thought that meant like you ain't like dead people or some shit like that. Or that's necrophobe, something. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, I thought it was some shit like you don't like Chinese people. I don't know. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is a xenophobe? But it's like, yeah, I had to look up, and I guess it's like, yeah, just hate, period, hate. But yeah, so it's like she's like in tweets where she's saying like Jamaicans don't have shoes and shit like this. Like, wow, the ignorance. And it's like, it's not even ignorance because I'm pretty sure she knows that Jamaicans have shoes, but it's like, it's the pettiness. The pettiness. You feel me? The pettiness. Because it's like, what's the definition of petty? Doing something for no apparent reason. You had no reason to like that tweet. But yet you did it because you was being petty. You wanted to, I don't know, whatever was going through her mind. But then it's like, then they trying to bring up other tweets where she said something about like Lil Nas X and they said she was homophobic towards the gay community or whatever. But it's like, I believe she's bisexual and she has a girlfriend. So it's like, I don't know how that works though. But, and I don't really want to talk about that because it's like, I don't care who people sleep with. But yeah, that's kind of like, but then, like I said, if y'all want to make it emotional, that's not cool either because it's like, what the fuck? Now you just hating everybody? Like, what the fuck Lil Nas X do to you? Nah, I'm joking. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that situation, but it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? And like, I'm not no older person, you know what I mean? I'm like 3 years old in my mind. Like, I'm very young. I mean, I still got a lot to learn. But one thing I know is like, yeah, we got to remain humble because life has a way of humbling people. And she already got her first slice of humble pie. Do y'all feel like she's going to get another? How do y'all feel about it? Like, how do y'all feel about her reaction? And the people who before were defending her and saying like, yo, yeah, this and that. Now when she's like doubling down and going, is that the definition of double down, by the way? When you, I think so. I don't know. Yeah, I think when she doubling down and basically saying like, yo, fuck y'all feelings. I lost, but I still won and I'm going to win. Like, how do y'all feel about that? How do you feel about that? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all feel. And yeah, let's start a conversation. Style Out Africa Show.